Shrink back in the house, going back to back here. Just feeling, got some good things I feel I want to share, get out to you guys. But this has been talked about, like what's budget to one demographic and what isn't, or what is considered hi-fi. I'm talking in price points. Well, where I've been playing, and this is just related to my income, I consider a $2,000 retail bookshelf a budget speaker. And then it's a very short window for me. And then too, I don't even talk about ultra high end, but true hi-fi will be 10 grand max for me. So these are retail prices, okay? So I like to come up with solutions for people that kind of play in that ballpark. I can't share on anything else that's low, like really cheap, like $150 speakers, $200 speakers. I can't share on that because I've never played in that arena, so to speak. So, I've had a few speakers in my day that I felt were real, some of the highest value one could buy at that price point. And these are going to be in and around the lowest category price point, as I just mentioned before, right? So there's a company called Acoustic Energy, and I know that any experienced audiophile is going to know about the company from the UK. Started in 1987, and their first, which is a highly sought after speaker to this day, is the original AE1, which I've never owned. And that company, I don't know how long they stayed current, but they ended up selling, disappeared for a while, and then a couple of the original founders and owners came back and started building speakers again. And they've been going at it now for a while, I don't know, maybe 10 years again, producing really, really well-made, high-value speakers. And you can go find all the YouTuber reviews on certain models and stuff like that. But I've owned them. And the model that I'm talking about, their 500 series, is one step down from the flagship. The flagship, which they haven't introduced stand mount yet, is the Corinium, which I think they're 12 grand, and they're just a hell of a speaker. You can just look at them and know, like, wow, look at that for 12 grand. So for me, I always like to have a pair of bookshelves in here, especially if I have the channel. They're not my go-to speaker design. My go-to speaker design is the baffles, and I've said it enough times. So, at least I can bring things in to show or experiment, stuff like that. But when I saw the AE500 stand mount, and I knew the history of the company, and my dealer carries the line, so unfortunately we never connected. I bought them from another establishment because I never got to know Neil at Everest till after, but he's my guy now. He's a hell of a, both of the men are just gems to deal with. They're very fair and very, very knowledgeable and honest for people. They're out of Saskatchewan. So, I wanted a good, well-made budget speaker. So when it showed up and I started taking them out of the box, it's like, oh my God, man. These things feel better than some $5,000 speakers that I've had in the room. Like, everything about it, like even the Vukarts don't have the rounded cabinets, right? And these have I had the walnut pair. They were real walnut veneer. They had the beautiful curves, and then they curve at the back, like they go round like this, right? I mean, you're getting real wood veneer, kick-ass enclosures with their own proprietary resonance material in between the layers. You're even getting in-house carbon fiber drivers. That includes the tweeter, guys. So, they're about your regular size stand mount. And when they came in, I was just absolutely blown away. And yes, they are made overseas, but whoever is doing the quality control and overlooking the build of these products, it's some of the very best I've ever seen. And this speaker did almost everything. Like, it just blew my mind. It pressurized the room beautifully. It was a very smooth sound these carbon fiber drivers produced. The mid-range was the problem with the speaker, and of course, they're only for $1,500 US, guys. Okay, $2 grand Canadian. And again, they haven't changed in probably 5-6 years. They've remained current. And that is one of in the checklists that I go through. Are they going to replace this speaker in a year, making them obsolete? That's not what Acoustic Energy does. They think their designs through, and they come out with a product that's tried and true, that's just so superb. Don't fix it if it ain't broke type scenario. And for that price, guys, I mean, it is one hell of a speaker. The only thing where it fell short for me, and people can address this with brighter electronics that bring more to the party, so to speak, a little bit too rolled off on the top. I like a little more sparkle on the top, okay? And I'm not bashing the speaker, that's just one little area, right, that I feel the Corinium probably takes care of that. They have towers in the 500 series as well. So it's just, I guess, going to be the carbon fiber tweeter. Its signature is more of a laid back, less resolution than a lot that I've dealt with here. And it's a very, very smooth listen. It's something you can listen to for hours, which I don't do. I can't even sit still for longer than this 8 minutes, to be honest. But for people that like that kind of sound, for me, after a while, it left me wanting, and I hate that feeling. And sometimes something comes in the room and you almost get that right away with a component, and guess what? It doesn't go away, man. Your gut feeling it's always right. You can try to battle it and push it away and all that stuff, but once it's there, guys, you can't get rid of it until they're gone. So anyway, I knew that they weren't something that I was looking to be the end game, or whatever that word people use, stand mount, because I've been continuing to bring those in. Not because I already have a reference system here, guys. I have to. I can't come here and try to tell you that Audio Shrink says you need to stop doing this when I'm doing it myself. Here's my advice, take it, I'm not using it scenario. But yeah, guys, I'm going to say under $2,000, I don't think there's a speaker that can really come close or beat it in any way. Build quality, signature, aesthetic, tried and true design by some really, really great speaker engineers and designers. It's some of the best product that's ever come through my room. It's the Acoustic Energy AE500. Wait till they come out with the Corinium stand mount. That's going to be... Again, it's not the most popular brand, meaning they're not the easiest to sell. But if that's not who you are, where you're on that Rolodex, this is a very, very superb speaker for the price. And that's Shrink's promise. I've told you accurately what I feel about it. The bass is superb. It's just on the top. It's a little less sparkly than some might want, right? And that's it. So... guys, I really appreciate the support, the super thanks that you send. It keeps me motivated. Like today, I'm feeling really motivated. I've done some important videos, I believe, and never am I trying to criticize anybody in my videos. I'm just speaking my truth and feel that it's important that people get to see sometimes the bad side, or something that I have found that needs to be shown to the world. It's never bashing the person that's behind the product. It's not. So, Shrink loves you. Take care and cheers.